We ran into a problem. With our ProGCC controllers, we are going to be using coin-style rumble motors instead of the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller LRA-style rumble motors. That means that we need to come up with an adapter to make sure that the rumble motors will sit in the controller without vibrating everywhere. Let's get right into it. The first thing I did was grab some measurements. I recreated the rectangular piece in Fusion 360 that'll sit inside of the Pro controller. I then added in the circle for the rumble motor and cut out all of that material. Finally, all that was left was a space for the wires to come out, so I cut that material down as well. Once all of that was cut down, I could go ahead and get our file ready for 3D printing. I went ahead and sent it away to the 3D printer for our samples to be made. And a short 10 minutes later, back at the controller, we can go ahead and see that our printed piece is actually too wide and sits on the edge of the plastic on either side depending which way you put it in. So we'll have to go back to the drawing board and modify our design to make it fit better. Back in Fusion 360, the first thing that I did was expand the hole for the wires to come out of. It needed to be a little bit bigger to make the wire passing through a little bit easier. I then went ahead and cut the entire thing down into just a square. This made it so I could avoid the sharp fins of plastic in the bottom of the shell. Back at the controller, let's go ahead and test out our new adapter piece. Unfortunately, it's still a little bit too wide, so we'll need to go ahead and slim it down even a little bit more. Let's also go ahead and try and fit in our rumble motor. Notice that it does somewhat fit, but the wires are still getting caught, so let's go ahead and make the opening for that even a little bit wider. Back at the controller, we can go ahead and see that it fits this time, and it's being held in by those plastic tabs on the bottom, meaning that this is nearly a perfect design. Let's go ahead and test the coin inside of the mount. Everything seems to fit okay, but it seems like the adapter still needs to be very slightly smaller, so let's go ahead and make that change. Now let's go ahead and test our rumble motor in the new adapter. It is a tight fit, but everything seems to fit well. From there, we can test it inside of the controller shell. Since everything seems to work, we now have a coin-style adapter for the OEM Nintendo Switch Pro controller shells. The fun doesn't end there though. We also got a few of them resin printed for our samples. We may end up having to provide these with the kits for the controllers, as the controller shells didn't come with the adapters from the factory like they were supposed to. So if you end up getting an adapter like this, just know you got the exact one made in this video. For more information regarding the ProGCC V3 and its upcoming release, be sure to check out our wiki and join our Discord linked below.